Hi everyone, this is Timmy G from Bridgeburner Gaming, and as always we are in association with our super best friends over at fishmonkeyproductions.com. Quick little bit of background information. This game did originally come out a year or so ago, and it was originally meant to be one of my very first video reviews for the website. However, due to technical limitations of my own, I never managed to actually get it uploaded to the YouTube page. So I thought I'd recapture some of the Strider footage, go back to my original written review, and yeah, just repost it, seeing as we were just talking about this game on our latest podcast, episode 18 of Chit Chat with Tim and Matt. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is my original review for Strider 2014. Now, don't let the understated and almost mute appearance of Strider fool you in the opening of this game. What is about to follow is one of the most explosive and action-packed metroidvania games released in recent memory. Developed by Double Helix Games, the people who also brought you the Killer Instinct reboot on Xbox One, players once again assume the role of Strider Hiryu in this revisiting of the classic 1989 arcade game. However, Double Helix have done more than just take the original and slap a new coat of paint on it. Rather than do that, they've completely rebuilt and refocused the game from the ground up. As I mentioned, Strider is now a Metroidvania type game. And why is that a good thing? Well, apart from being possibly the greatest video game genre out there, again, see episode 18 of Chit Chat with Tim and Matt, shameless plug, it now gives us a chance to experience being Strider in his purest form. With the amount of backtracking, exploration and combat now implemented into the game, you really get a feel for being the all-powerful ninja like never before. For the first few minutes of the game, it's business as usual. You run from left to right, spamming the attack button. Don't worry folks, Strider's trusty Cypher is still in play, and his trademark laser katana makes very short and satisfying work of many of the cyber enemies you face early on. However, after a few of the early bosses have been vanquished and you've upgraded your Cypher and abilities a little, you suddenly realise that this isn't the Strider of old. As you cast cursory glances over your map, you can see that various areas that were previously inaccessible you can now gain access to. Perhaps you had the wrong element Cypher for a certain door that you can now smash through, or maybe that double jump ability you just acquired will now let you reach an impossible looking ledge from earlier. And this exploration is really where the meat of the game is. Straying from the path is a fun and, to be quite honest, necessary pastime. Doing this will gift your Strider with a whole host of new upgrades, be it energy tanks, health increases, or just different costumes. Oh, and did I mention that some of the unlockables offer up a new bonus sort of challenge mode outside of the main game? Well, they do. These range from timing-based platform sections where your nimbleness will really be put to the test, and combat challenges that pit you against ever difficult and challenging enemies. Now I say that backtracking is necessary, as the difficulty in this game can spike in a couple of places. After you've played the game for a couple of hours, you'll really be getting into the swing of things, annihilating enemies with absolute ease, only to suddenly come up against an insurmountable boss who can obliterate you in a couple of screen-filling hits. Now, like I said, this only happens in a couple of places and can be frustrating even with a fully upgraded Strider. However, I believe that it is also important to remember that this is at heart an old school game with old school sensibilities. Perseverance and pattern memorization is the key. Stick with it and the sense of achievement is palpable. I think that the real place where Strider stumbles is in the music department. The whole affair is a rather muted one, with only a couple of little jingles and sound effects really standing out. Honestly, if you asked me to hum a tune from the game, I couldn't. Even with the music turned right up to the max in the settings, it just seems to fade into the background. But with that being said, this is the only quibble that I have with what I consider to be a phenomenal reboot. If you had played the Vita or 3DS versions of Batman Arkham Origins earlier last year, but found it to be a bit plodding, dull, trite and slow, then believe me, Strider is the shot of adrenaline you need. The well-placed gameplay is perfectly balanced with the mostly challenging difficulty curve. Bombastic, crazy, hard and always beautiful to look at, it's a game that can without a doubt stand side by side with the likes of Guacamelee, Metroid and Symphony of the Night. Thank you very much, folks. I've been Timmy G with bridgeburnergaming.com, and thank you very much for watching this sort of old school review now, I guess. And I will see you in my next video review. Thank you very much, guys. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.